Blow top. Nice smile. You know what? I like your hair as well. Is it actually dreads or just twists?
Dreads.
Oh, it is. It's proper dreads, isn't it? I like it. Bringing that American flex over here.
Yeah.
Show us Brits how to do their hair. So I'm always causing trouble.
I like it. I like it.
Hasim Rahman Jr.
Yes.
Welcome, October Red Boxing. I'm a small YouTube channel. Probably not what you're used to, but thank you. You reckon?
Gonna blow up. Yeah, man. I'm telling you. Trust me. It only take one video. Boom. You on the map.
But you know what? I'm kind of happy with the slow bake. You know, everyone's on a rush. Everyone wants to get big. Everyone wants to get famous. I'm kind of like just cool, just speaking to people and kind of like seeing what happens. A bit like boxing, right?
Yeah, it's just like boxing. You take your little jabs, couple small fights, your club shows, your smoker shows, and then next thing you know, you're in the garden or at the O2
Or at the O2
or Wembley.
or Wembley. But we're going to talk about you because I was quite looking forward to you fighting in the UK. But obviously you've ditched us, and you're going to you're going to fight in your own country, which I can't argue with. But just want to let our viewers get to know a little bit about you. And I know we were speaking about the Jake Paul fight, some of the intricacies with that, and why that fight fell through.
I mean, it's like It's almost like I'm gonna be forever glued to this guy now, and that's terrible because he's a terrible fighter, if you even want to call him that. But yeah, I signed to weigh in 2 times. I signed to weigh in August 5th and August 6th, and because I agreed to all their terms, that turned into them flexing their muscle and putting it on the commission or trying to get the commission to keep checking my weight. So I wound up having to weigh in 6 times, which was never part of the contract, never part of the agreement. But they kept telling me, if you don't do it, we're going to call a fight off. If you don't do it, we're going to call a fight off. And then the whole debacle about the weight and the 5 pounds and how he didn't want to fight or he didn't want to give me the weight and he didn't want to fight. It just turned into a mess. And if you watch his interviews, he told people, his mom, his brother, his coach, his manager, everybody was telling them, don't take the fight, don't take the fight, don't take the fight. So to me, it seems like the first opportunity he got to run and try to stick the blame on me and cancel the whole show, he did it. So, but I thank Allah for giving me the opportunity. I've traveled the world. I've been recognized all over the place. I can't leave my hotel here in the UK without people coming up to me, recognizing me. So I'm loving the recognition, and I can't wait to display my talents come November 19th.
The thing is with us UK guys, we absolutely love boxing, and albeit I know you said you feel like your name is glued to him, but that's kind of like what's catapulted you into everyone's view, for everyone to think, hold on, let's have a look at him, let's see what Hasim Jr. is about.
Yeah, and unfortunately I wasn't able to put him face first in the dirt, but I believe that the boxing public is not gonna let him off the hook. They're gonna be like, no, you gotta fight that guy. No, you gotta fight that guy. Even after I knock out his brother, I still want to fight him. But it's got to be an even playing field, make it a fair fight, and actually stick to what they put on paper.
And we talk about this transition, you are a boxer, you're a professional boxer, but we have this transition where you're sort of like going into like the YouTube side of it, Misfits Boxing. It's kind of like the crossover.
Yeah.
What made you say, you know what, I'm going to do this rather than what I'd call like the conventional, the standard professional boxing? What made you think Misfits? I never ask easy questions. It's questions that I just want to know the answers to.
I just didn't know if I wanted to tell you the truth. The truth is,
Tell me what you want.
there is 5 times as much money on this side. The exposure, 5 times as much exposure. I got into boxing not only to become a world champion, but to feed my family. And Misfits and DAZN have made a lane for me to do both. I can still chase a world title, I can still feed my family, and I can do it in a pace that I never imagined. And on a platform I never imagined that I would be at this soon, at this stage of my career. I'm going to be fighting a world champion, on a global network in my 13th fight for a six-figure payday. I never would have thought that would be that would happen. So and I'm coming off a loss, so it's a dream come true. And life never really goes the way you write it out. It goes the way Allah plans it. So I'm just grateful to be able to be healthy enough to show up on November 19th and to put my best foot forward. And that's what I'm gonna do.
Boxing, as you know, is quite cruel. It's a brutal sport, but it's a brutal sport outside the ring. Because what I would do, and forgive me for my ignorance, is I'd make the assumption that you'd be quite rich anyway because of the family name. But yet still you're out here saying, I've still got to find my feet, I've still got to feed my family, I've still got to provide. Let us fans know about that, because this is the real in boxing, and often it's not shown out there.
Well, my dad has 8 kids, and I'm the oldest.
Just a couple of kids, I get it.
So, I have to find my own way. I can't, I couldn't live off of him forever. I've been on my own since I was like 19. So, I had brothers and sisters behind me that they had to take care of. So I never wanted to be a burden on my parents. I like to say I've done well for myself. As far as I've never really had to go back home. I've never really had to go back and of course my parents have helped me, and they've helped me financially, they've helped me emotionally, they've helped me spiritually, and throughout my entire life. But I never wanted to be a crutch to them or feel like that their oldest didn't do what he was supposed to do in this life. And almost everything I do is to make them proud. So I like to think that I've been doing my job as the oldest boy to not only the oldest boy but the oldest child of 8 to set the tone and really make a way for myself in life that I enjoy, because I enjoy boxing so much because that's how I was brought up.
The wisdom, we've got something in common there. I'm the youngest of 8 and you're the oldest of 8, so I'm the youngest. When you talk about things that you've learned from your father as a boxer to take into your career, and maybe not even just with the boxing, just about life itself, what valuable lessons did your father teach you, or is still teaching you?
Yeah, in my last fight, the fight was I lost my first fight. I suffered my first loss, and hopefully it'll be my only defeat. I was there when my father suffered his first defeat, and his father gave him some words, and he came back with the same exact words, and he told me Allah will never take anything away from you without giving you equal or greater. He told me that right in the locker room right after I lost. And it wasn't one of those moments where a child goes, "Oh, mom, oh, dad, I hear you." It was, I really felt it. And I didn't feel a way about the loss anymore. I was like, okay, it is what it is. Let me go home. Let me go see my kids. Let me, make sure that everything is straight in my home, and I'm gonna just wait because I know it's coming. And then next thing you know, I'm known globally. I'm known across the world now, and this is still off the last fight I lost. And it's like, man, he was right.
Those precious words of advice that we get from our parents, at least you listen, because sometimes people don't. Did you feel a lot of pressure when you decided to be a boxer, sort of like being in your father's shadow? Did you feel that pressure at all?
Yeah. I mean, of course, that's inevitable. Being compared and analyzed, and ever since my first day in the gym, ever since the first time I ever hit the pads, people expect a lot. People expect perfection, and I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. I'm gonna have bumps in the road. I'm gonna have speed bumps. I'm gonna have things that I need to get over. But someone I really look up to, they said failure is non-existent. Failure is non-existent. There's no such thing as failure. You only have setbacks. So my last fight, I didn't fail. I had a minor setback for a major comeback, and that came from Kobe Bryant.
May you rest in peace. One of the wise ones for sure, and it's.
Rest in peace, Gigi. Rest in peace, Kobe. Rest in peace, Gigi.
Yeah, that was horrific. And that's for another conversation. But in light of what you said, it's the loss that's taken you to get this far. And like I said, I'm one of these people that I truly believe, whether people agree with me or not, I don't care, that you really learn from what you would call a setback. You can't learn that much if you keep on winning. I don't know. That's just my opinion. What do you think?
I learned more in my loss about myself
Okay.
than I learned in any of my amateur or pro wins. I learned that, something else my dad told me. He said, in this sport, you have to win as a champion, and if you lose, you have to lose as a champion. I felt like I took my loss very humbly. I never made excuses. I never took credit away from my opponent, and I feel like that's why I was blessed on the turnaround. I didn't cry about it. I didn't go file a petition with the commission. I didn't blame the referee. It is what it is. I took it. I lost. That's what it was. The referee seen me unfit to continue. That's fine. Not a lot of fighters, especially heavyweights, get off the canvas from being put down face first. Now, you put me down 9 times, I'm gonna get up 10. I proved that. I went out. I literally went out on my shield. I was up on my feet, still attempting to defend myself. Who knows what would have happened if the fight would have continued, or if anything else would have happened. I wouldn't be here today had I won the fight. I know that for a fact. But I may be in a bigger fight. I may be fighting Tyson Fury. You never know what God has planned for you. And I'm just grateful that God answered my prayers and I didn't sink into a depression like a lot of people could, a lot of people would. I took my loss humbly, and I still haven't made an excuse. I lost because my opponent was better than me that night. And even though I feel I'm the better boxer, he was the better man on the night. And that just is what it is.
Wise words, mature words, accepting words, and something that says that your ego is in line with who you are and is not 7 miles ahead of you, which is refreshing to hear.
Thank you.
I don't know. All I can say is that I wish you the best.
Thank you.
On your fight. I could talk to you about the girls' card. I know you're here. You were here at the last presser. I saw you walking.
Mr. Shields, Michaela. That's what I'm here for. I'm gonna be on the Zone for the Misfits Series 2 tomorrow and Saturday. So this was the only event that I could get to show them that their American brother is out here, and I support them fully. I wish I could go in the back and into the locker room and give them words right before they fight, but I can't. I won't be able to do that. So I wanted to make sure they see my face today and know that they got love out here, and it's multiplied by 100 back in the States, but everybody can't make it out here. So I know as a fighter it's important to see certain faces, and hopefully I'm one of those faces for them because they would be a face for me. So I had to make sure they seen me today, and when I know some of the other fighters, but I'm not here for them. I was here for Clarissa and Michaela. So I hope 100% they feel the support because this American is rocking with them.
That loyal talk. I'll be in Sheffield at the Misfit show, so I guess we'll bump into each other again. I'll be covering that. Is everyone doing that on purpose? Yeah. Listen, this is what, there's no rehearsal. Just get up here and start like body popping as well. October Red Boxing with Hasim Rahman Jr. Yeah. Thank you so much for your time. It's a pleasure to have you.
I see you in Sheffield. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
I appreciate that.
No problem. You're going to have to tag me.
Hi, and thank you for watching October Red Boxing. Like, subscribe, and tap the bell for notifications. You can also find us on Instagram at October Red Boxing and on Twitter, October Red UK. And remember, at October Red, we stay ready.